Hello, guys. And hello.
Hello, everybody.
Good afternoon. Wait. Let's do our intro. I'm gonna mute first. You can mute.
Okay,
Let's do our intro.
That's fine. No intro. We'll drive everybody. Okay.
Ah!
Muting so we can do our intros.
Yeah. No, actually, let's just do it here.
Okay.
But yeah, everyone. Hello. Good
Hello.
morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Also, hello to Necros's viewers. I am included there. Hello.
Yes. Hello. Hello,
And-
everybody.
What about you? You want to greet them?
They've been
you
greeted.
guys-
Let's see
you guys-
who's been waiting. It's been you, and it's been Chaos in my chat, and A as well over on the Twitch side. So, good morning, everybody. I hope you're all doing fantastic. And yeah, collab. That isn't a game for once. I think this is actually the first
Yeah.
non-game stream I've ever had.
Ever?
Ever. Oh no, that is not true. I have done fixing streams where I've spent the entire stream fixing things or modding things. So
Oh.
if that's still game related.
Yeah, I mean, true. It's not playing, but still game related.
Yeah.
I've only been here for like 2 months, so yes, this is my collab that's non-game so far, and in the future, probably, hopefully, maybe like seeing collabs. Anyone out there, hey, seeing collabs or something? I don't know. Anyway, hello. We have a guest. We have 2 guests today. We have Necros.
Hello.
And we have Rindo. Say hi to Rindo, guys. I love Rindo. She's, you want to do your introduction yourself,
Oh.
Rindo?
Okay, wait a second. Right. Hello everyone, it's me, Rindo the Maki, a half Japanese, half English VTuber slash V-singer who draws and sings a lot and likes penguins. I hope we can all get along and have fun. That's it.
Yes. Please subscribe to Rindo. I think I have her socials in my description.
do.
So if you are curious, she draws really well. The music videos, I swear, bro. You gotta check it out. I'm not crazy, but you can see it for yourself. Okay, so for today, our agenda is sharing regional creatures, spooky creatures. Necros will represent North America, since he's the only Western person here. Well, full Western person. And then we have Rindo, who will represent, since she's half, she's gonna do like 3 creatures from Japan and then 3 creatures from England.
Yeah.
And for me, our most beloved toxic country, the Philippines. So yeah, we're gonna take turns in the order that Necros goes first, and then me, and then Rindo. So you want to start? Let's start. Also, guys, I can see your chat. It's just that I don't want to read it out loud. We have like another live stream going on here, but yeah, I appreciate you guys. I can see Kokokara Spooky. Yes.
Go ahead, read it out while I decide which one I'm going to start with.
Okay, you gotta tell me so I can bring up the photo though.
Yeah,
okay?
no, I will. I will. Don't worry. I'm
Okay,
deciding which
so-
one we want to start with.
Okay.
I guess I should start
Okay,
with
so-
the general disclaimer I actually wrote. I wrote a general disclaimer for this because of some cultural issues and appropriation and stuff like that. So some of the mythological creatures I'll be talking about this morning are from Native American legends, myth, and culture. And as such, information can be incredibly hard to get due to different cultural beliefs. And some of the creatures may vary ever so slightly from tribe to tribe. I'm going to try my best to depict them with the utmost respect. However, please understand I'm going for a very broad general information type explanation, so things may or may not mesh 100% with information that you know. If you wish to share more or correct the information I have said, do so down in the comments after stream. I also understand that the general reason some of these beings are not being discussed is to avoid bringing ill omens upon you and those around you. Speak of the devil and it shall appear type situation.
Scary.
That said, I will be discussing them anyways. No disrespect is meant to any of the tribes and or cultures that these creatures come for. This is purely for an educational and entertainment purpose alone. So, with that out of the way, I'm going to start with probably the most controversial one for sharing. Again.
Wait, let me read some comments.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cause Chaos, I just saw Chaos. He said, Lich is the honey badger of the underworld.
Because honey badger don't give a shit.
Honey badgers are very scary. Also, yeah, they don't. Doesn't matter who, what, where. I will maul you to, Okay, so let me just say hi to a few people here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, Mako. Hello, Duke. Hello, Chaos. What else is here? Hello, Tubalupin. Hello, Dolphin. Hello, guys. I'm gonna be looking at your comments, but I probably won't be able to read them out loud since we're doing a sharing segment. Also, everyone who is here and watching this, don't worry, you're not gonna get cursed, okay? We're just studying about the things. That's why, hence, archives, okay?
Yes.
If ever there's yeah. I hope you guys are good today. Okay, now Necros will start. So go ahead.
Right. I am going to be starting with the Skinwalker. So enjoy my terrific, fantastic artwork. Because I am not an artist. And I was asked to make sure I draw everything. So let that sink in for a moment. And yeah, so Skinwalkers, from what I could find, are harmful witches from Navajo legend that are capable of turning into, possessing, or disguising themselves as an animal. They're usually depicted as wearing the pelt of whatever creature they desire to transform into. From what I could find, the pelt may or may not be necessary for their transformation. It was incredibly hard to find any information at all because the tribe does not wish to actually share their information with outsiders, and this is one of those cases where it is explicitly you do not talk about skinwalkers. Even saying their name, from what I could find, is actually taboo. So, from my understanding, skinwalkers in some lore are also capable of possessing people, not just animals or transforming into animals. In mythology, skinwalkers are always evil, as are all other witches, while the term for good ritual and magic users would be medicine men. So, skinwalkers can be either male or female, and the means by which one becomes a skinwalker changes from story to story, but it always involves committing some extremely vile act. The acts that I could find were almost exclusively sacrificing a close family member, and after they do so, they gain extra supernatural power from the act. However, it appears they would have to continue to perform these vile acts in order to maintain their power, or their power collapses in upon itself and results in the end of their life. So, thus, they will continue to be evil. Skinwalkers are blamed for many problems, from bad crops to disappearances to disease, and encounters with them are never peaceful. Any traditional stories I was able to find always resulted in death and or stalemate for either the skinwalker or their victims. So there are sole exceptions that if, like, the skinwalker comes to your home specifically and you do not go out and meet them, you might survive and be able to drive them off. However, if you meet a skinwalker outside of your home, either you are going to die or the skinwalker is going to die. There's no peaceful resolution.
I never want to see them. I want to meet them.
I don't want them. But, you know, is it like, what if a family member is like, I want that power. I will skin my brother alive or something.
So,
Man, is that how it works?
Kind of. From what I understand, medicine men learn the good stuff to help out the tribe, but they also learn not actually learn and practice the bad stuff, but they learn about the bad stuff in order to be able to protect against it. And then from there, some of them get corrupted and become witches. And then from being a witch, they go even further and perform the terrible, terrible acts that they need to do in order to become a skinwalker.
Okay, I see.
Yes.
I don't like them.
No, it is not.
One day I was like, I want.
It is not an enviable position to aspire towards. So.
Yeah, I mean, what if my neighbor was? No. It's North American. I'm safe. I'm very safe.
Yes.
What are your thoughts about the draw? What did you feel when you were drawing?
What did I feel? I felt, oh man, I am not good at drawing. But researching them, it was. I'm always fascinated by stuff like this, so it was very interesting to read about what little information I could actually find. It was incredibly difficult to actually find any proper information about them, simply because of the cultural taboo about speaking about it, especially sharing the information with outsiders. So.
Okay, so skinwalkers.
Yeah.
How would you guys rate it? Like, how scared are you out of 10? Out of 10. How? Necros first.
I'd probably only give it a 3 or so, because they tend to stay in the area that they have performed these ill rituals in. So I guess it would be a lot scarier if you're on the receiving end, but since I couldn't find anything about them being in a city or anything like that, I'd say 2 or 3.
What if, whenever we do ratings, let's just assume that there's a high possibility of you encountering them. How scared would you be?
I mean, I think I'd be more afraid of something like a doppelganger than a skinwalker. Like, they're... I don't know, they transform into animals, right? If I had a better understanding from the cultural point of view, I'd probably rate them much higher. But I think even encountering them, they're limited shapeshifters with some magical abilities. So 5 out of 10.
What about you, Rindo? How scared would you be?
Pretty. maybe I give it a 7. It's I don't know. It's so evil.
Yeah, it is evil and it's scary. So
Mhm.
7. Mm.
There's no fortunate. I mean, there's no fortunate ending. Season.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it just goes on and on. I'd
Mm.
probably rate it like a 6.9. 6.9.
6.9.
But yeah,
That's basically almost 7.
Yeah. I just wanted to say it with the 9. But
Yeah.
yes,
Oh.
it is scary. I would be very scared if I was in the area where they are. I mean, what can I do against that? Also, what if they transform into some honey badger? I don't know. I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like it. Okay, so that's it for the segment of skinwalkers. Next would be my turn. My turn. Now let's fly to our tropical land called the Philippines. Let me hide the skinwalker. So Philippines, yeah, we have like lots of scary gore creatures. I mean, they're fairly easy to deal with compared to a goddamn skinwalker. I'm telling you that. But we're gonna start off with the classic manananggal.
Oh.
I drew this myself. It's not my usual art style, but I hope it's being conveyed well. But yeah, we're gonna start with the manananggal. Let me type that on my screen so people can know the spelling and such. Okay, so manananggal, right? So these creatures, they're all women. Actually, they're all women. During the day, they appear as normal women. It's just that they transform at night. Their torso detaches, like it would separate. The innards would be hanging out. And be like, and then they're gonna grab Necros and Rindo. I'm kidding. Okay, so
No.
I was doing something with the OBS. Yes. So they have fangs, and claws, and a very long, pointy tongue. So the way they feed, they usually prefer babies. No, not really babies, but sometimes yeah. It's just that pregnant women is their number one gourmet meal. Like following pregnant women, and then when nighttime comes in, they go to the you know how our old houses are made of just bamboo and some trees, you know. So their tongue would go into the slits, and then I don't want to describe this in full detail because it's kind of gross, but it punctures the womb of the female and sucks off the flesh and blood of the child, like the unborn child. Like it's like sucking it with a straw, but the straw is your tongue itself. So yeah, so that's their first choice of meal. There are some who marry, they appear like normal females in the day, right? So sometimes they marry guys, and then when their partner is asleep, they actually don't need to detach. Like they just suck on the pierce the neck of the partner. Like it's kind of like a needle, so it's they won't notice it. It's like gonna appear like a mosquito bite or something. There are plenty depictions of the manananggal, but yeah, that's one of them. They feed on their partner, and then their partner visibly weakens until what if they eventually die, and then they'll have to marry another partner. Okay, so they can be warded off with garlic and salt. You can put like garlic and salt all over your house. And of course, they get weak during daytime because they're in their human form. Also, if you want to kill them, you have to find their lower half. Once you find their lower half, you sprinkle some salt on it. And then they won't be able to reattach themselves, so they would die from the sun. It's kind of like a worm. You put salt. you put salt on it. Yeah. Also, there are some facts about them. When they appear as humans during the day, if you look into their eyes, you're gonna appear inverted. Like your reflection is inverted. That's how people used to tell the difference between a normal person and a manananggal.
Oh, wow.
And and when they hunt at night, they make a sound like a flapping, right? And some variations make like the sound. The thing is, this sound gets quieter. Like the more quiet it is, the closer they are to your location. Like they're literally right there. They use this to trick their prey into lowering their guard down. Like they're far away. I guess it's safe. But no, the weaker the sound, the closer they are, and the louder the sound, the farther away that they are. So yeah, that's the manananggal. It's a classic. I love it. I don't. Okay, so how would you guys rate it? First is Necros. Go ahead. How scared would you be?
I don't know. I'm not exactly their preferred victim, right? So
No, you are. I mean, they marry men or seduce men in order to suck their blood.
But I consume plenty of garlic and salt, so I'm gonna put it down there at like a 3.
Okay. What about you, Rindo?
I'd give it an 8. Yeah, it's pretty scary and disgusting.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
And the way I have to find their lower body to kill them, it just makes it worse. Okay, getting rid of this, but I know that situation is pretty gross as well. So. Yeah, 8.
Yeah, sometimes they hide their lower body. You know, dirty wet markets where they sell like lots of flesh, like chopped flesh and stuff. They blend in, like they hide it there. Because everywhere you look is just chopped flesh. So that's usually where you find them. The lower halves.
Creepy.
But yeah, it's just one of their preferred locations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I see.
Imagine you're buying, I want some of that pork. Yes,
I see
Necro?
both of our chats are more saying they're more attracted than scared for this one.
Yeah. I'm seeing 10 out of man.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a vampire, but more unattractive, I guess, when they transform. I don't know. It's kind of similar. But yeah, they have to chop themselves up into half.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I would probably personally give it like a... If I never ever get pregnant my entire life, I would give it a 2. But if I to be their basic meal sometime in another universe, I would probably rate it as 8. Because it's scary. The scariest thing about it, the sound for me, I don't know, like the farther the sound, the closer it is. Like, oh, no. But yeah, okay, so that's it for Manananggal. Next, we have Rindo. Go ahead.
Okay, the first is gonna be one of the scariest yet dangerous yokai in the Japanese mythology. Okay, the name is Tamamonomae. Okay, Tamamonomae is a yokai from Japanese mythology. During the Heian period, when the Emperor Toba ruled the government, Tamamonomae was known as the most beautiful and clever woman in Japan. She was favored by the Emperor Toba, but gradually he started to suffer from illness. And later, the Yin-Yang Master discovered that Tamamonomae was actually a 9-tailed fox. Her whole plan was to disguise as a woman and shorten the emperor's life, so she could steal and rule the whole country. As her true identity was revealed, she ran away but eventually got caught, and she was hunted down. Then she cursed the stone, which killed her, which is known as the Sashoseki, which means killing stone. And anyone who touches the stone, either a human or animal, will be dead. And that is the legend of Tamamonomae. So there's probably no way we can get rid of this fox.
Yeah.
From my understanding,
hey,
nine-tailed
she's
foxes
hot,
are
right?
incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just that I don't know why my country doesn't have those beautiful creatures. I think the only creature... No, we do have one, but only one.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's so pretty and strong. What would you rate it, Necros?
I don't know. That's difficult. I don't find it particularly
Scary.
dangerous or scary. Like, yeah, powerful, but it was there to weaken a single person, right? Not
Well,
go
it
on.
actually
wanton
nearly ended the
destruction.
whole country, whole Japan, so...
Well, yeah, but that's based off of ending the emperor, right? So, I don't know. If it was going on a rampage, probably like an 8, but based off the individual legend, right? A 1.
Oh, okay.
It's not particularly scary. Like, definitely powerful.
As long as...
Not scary, as long as you're not its target.
Yeah, as long as you're not the emperor, you're...
Yeah, exactly.
You're good, I guess, or... But then it decimated the, where the emperor resided, so... I guess it... Yeah, I don't know, it's cute! The way Rindo drew it is cute!
That too.
Yeah, it's hard to hate, you know? Okay, so Rindo, what would you rate it, like, personally?
Well, it's supposed to be one of the scariest in Japan, but didn't give me much to chills. I'd give it a 5.
Okay, so...
But yeah, just remember it's one of the most dangerous ones. It nearly destroyed the whole country, and if the stone cracks, there's gonna be a...
Yeah,
there's gonna be a disaster.
yeah, it's gonna be like, no stone,
Yeah.
bye-bye. Okay, what if we all crack this? I'm kidding. No. Intrusive thoughts.
It says in the comment section, oh yeah, that stone that cracked in last few years.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's gone?
No, it's cracked.
Oh,
it's not
okay, so-
destroyed.
Oh, okay. It can still probably, maybe, possibly be repaired. So, okay, knowing that the stone is cracking and withering and dying, I'm probably gonna give it like an 8
Let the
or
pretty
9.
fox lady out.
Yeah, I mean, I want to let her out. She's a looker, but I don't want to get destroyed, man. I have so many dreams.
Well, maybe if you let her out, she won't destroy you. Just destroy everybody else.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. No, still bad. Remember, we're streamers. If everyone is gone, who's there to watch us?
No. Everybody in one country. It totally getting a hot fox wife is worth genociding an entire country, right?
Okay. We need to get like we need to train the soldier who is adept at gaslighting, so they can gaslight the fox. Someone.
Fox? Oh
out
yeah.
there. Go.
The country you tried to destroy is gone. That's a new country that's replaced it.
Oh, well. Let's hope it's not our countries next.
Let's hope so.
So yeah, I mean, it's very powerful, but hey, very pretty. It's like the prettiest things are the most deadly. Okay,
Yeah.
so since we're done with Tamamo, we're gonna wrap her chapter up. Please don't wrap us in your tail. Maybe yes, no.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So
so
soft, so
next would
fluffy.
be
No.
Necros. Go ahead.
Yes.
Your
I
turn again.
think since I started with one of the Native American ones, I'm going to move to a different group and go with the Dark Watchers next. So,
Okay.
not a ton of information about the Dark Watchers, but they were interesting to read about nonetheless. Basically, the Dark Watchers are tall, featureless, dark silhouettes that are seen from the distance during twilight or dawn. They stand motionless off on the hills or mountains nearby, watching you as you move about, and they are often described as having walking sticks or brimmed hats, and sometimes aren't just tall, but are full-blown giants. Beyond these details, there sadly isn't a ton of information about them, but they've actually been in myth and conversation for hundreds of years. The furthest back I could find information about them was late 1500s, early 1600s. And yeah, they have persisted in myth all the way up to modern nights. Sometimes they appear in groups, other times alone. But the only constants are that they vanish if you try and get too close, they will vanish if you call out to them, and they will vanish if you try and draw attention to them. Other than that, the only other constant is that they are featureless. So, unlike a lot of the other creatures, they don't appear to be harmful, just they stand there and watch you, like a creepy stalker off in the distance.
Giant creepy stalker with no
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They don't harm you. They just
No,
watch you.
they just stand there and watch you, and if you try and draw attention to them, they just disappear.
Okay, they're kind of peaceful, aren't they?
Okay.
Yeah. Not particularly scary,
Yeah.
but interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
Interesting.
Is this like the kind of thing you see in your peripheral vision? Like, oh,
Nope,
I see
you
something.
can see them full on, and like they will be there as long as you don't try and approach them or draw attention to them. They will continue to be there, and they will continue to watch you. But if you try and talk to them, or you try and get like your buddy to see them, then they'll just disappear.
I wonder if they watch our streams as we speak. I don't know. Hey, it's Dark Watchers. Come on, subscribe to Necros and Rindo and me. If you got a lot of time watching people, watch us instead.
Yes.
They gotta learn how to use a laptop or PC. Well, yeah. How would you rate it? I mean, spooky level. What would you rate it?
In terms of scariness, I'd say they're a 1 out of 10. They're not harmful, best I can tell. It would be a little bit creepy that they're watching you, but again, they've never been recorded as harming anyone, and like they don't even get close to people, right? So a little spooky, but ultimately harmless.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Rindo? You
I
scared?
probably give it a 2 since they're harmless, but if I just imagine seeing them in real life. Wait, what are those guys? Oh no, they just disappeared. It's probably my hallucination. What was it like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are creepy, but yeah, just give it a 2 since they don't do anything bad. And the skinwalkers are more creepy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, I guess I would give them a 3. I would give them a 3. You know why? Because, What if it's like nighttime? I'm trying to take out the trash or some shit, or I gotta buy something from the convenience store. I'm hungry, and then there's like dark figures watching me from the distance. I'm like, and they're like
they always
big,
appear at
giant.
twilight or dawn. So
Yeah. I mean, Twilight. It's still dark. It's still a bit dark, isn't it? Completely dark.
no,
But,
twilight
you know?
is when the sun is going down. So sunrise and sunset.
Yeah, it's still not dark, but you know, it's kind of eerie with the
Okay.
sun making everything orange. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like everything is orange and it's a bit dim, and you can barely see in the distance because since it's not completely nighttime, not all of the lampposts are lit up. You get what I mean? So it's like, oh, what is that? Oh, and it's big. It's like, oh, sometimes giants, you said, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, no. I want to take out the trash. No. Yeah.
Dark Watchers, can you
they
take
don't
the trash out
approach
for
you
me?
in a close distance, right?
Yeah, no, they don't
No.
get close.
I hope they. Okay, that's great. Because what if I'm like, sure, it's like dawn or you know, wee hours of the day, and then you look out your window and there's a dark figure in the window watching you. But since they don't get close, I would probably only three. Because if they do that, you get close, like near your window in your living room, I would give it an 8.
Oh yeah, if they
I
got
will never
close.
pee
Yeah.
in peace. No. I know they won't harm you, but no. So yeah, I guess that's Dark Watchers.
Yeah.
And next up, we're gonna fly back to our hot country called the Philippines. Let me just get the photo up. Where is it? Where did I? Oh, okay. So we are gonna discuss. You know how last time I told you like there's not much beautiful creatures in my country?
Mhm.
We do have one. They're the Encanto. Let me fix the oops. Let me fix the positioning of the photo. Yeah, the Encanto. They're kind of like the Filipino version of elves. They have their they love to make homes in big trees like balete tree, a very huge mango tree, acacia, and sometimes rock formations as well, like huge rock formations. So these creatures, they appear very human-like, but extremely beautiful. The only way you can tell that they're not human, there's two things. No, three. First is a bit of a pointed ear. Just like mine. Not marketing myself, but yeah, just like mine. And they don't have a philtrum. You know philtrum? It's when you touch the portion in between your mouth and your nose. They don't have that ridge. You know the line? You guys get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
yeah, that's the philtrum. Like they don't have that. So just like mine. I'm kidding. But yeah, they don't have philtrum, and they have this aura. It's hard to explain. It's not like a visible aura, but you feel like they're really not from this world. It's like you approach them, the way they talk, the way they speak, it's so alluring. And there are two types. They can be bad and they can be good. So yeah, they have fair complexion. They have a wide variety of hair color, but the most common is golden hair. Kind of like, you know, glowy, close to white kind of gold. And they are capable of aging. That's their difference with elves. They can age, they can get sick, and they die. It's just that they have supernatural powers, and if an Encanto... Oh wait, I forgot to show the text. Sorry, Encanto, there you go. If an Encanto favors a human, like, oh, I like you, kind of like, really, really like you. Not the love kind of thing, but could be. If they like you, they would give you powers, riches, and overwhelming amount of luck. Like you would get very lucky. You would live a happy life. And some shamans, you know, kind of like witch doctors, some shamans often try to communicate with them on holy days just so they can learn and get some healing powers. In local tongue, in my mother tongue, we call it the albulario. That's what our shamans are called, albulario. Yeah, they're the ones for like supernatural problems and stuff. Like, oh, you suddenly have like this huge mark on your arm or some shit, you know. That they're the ones who heal that, and the ones who provide the information are the Encanto. And they also learn how to ward off other creatures through the Encanto. They're basically like the intelligence bank of the albularios, the shamans. So if an Encanto does not like you, this is where it gets a bit dangerous. It's because sometimes people would suffer from severe depression, borderline, no, actually not borderline. You could actually go mad from, it's like physically affecting you as well. You can have sudden skin diseases, like there's a huge boil, there's a mark on your arm, and you can also disappear for months, even years, or you may never return because they have okay guys, in modern term, you will get isekai'd. You will get trapped in their dimension. They have portals. Yeah, they have like portals in the forests, usually, you know, in between trees and stuff. You will get isekai'd, and it's not gonna be good because remember, they don't like you. So yeah, they also sometimes lead travelers astray with their alluring voices, with their beautiful appearances, and kidnap them. Sometimes they make people into slaves, or they just play with you until you are gone. You can avoid having their powers work on you if you have an agimat or anting-anting. It's usually a pendant or a charm, which has magic imbued on them. So if you wear that, they would never approach you, and you will never get harmed, even though like long distance. No, none. So yeah, that's the Encanto. How would you guys rate it in terms of spooky? Spooky, but they're beautiful. Go ahead, Necros. What would you rate?
Let's go with... I'll rate it a 3 out of 10. Fey wife, best wife, apparently.
Okay. Okay. Wife material, I see.
Apparently.
I mean, they can also be men, you know? What if a man, a male one, kidnaps you then?
Well, get him to introduce me to the other ones.
Oh.
Best wingman.
What about you, Rindo?
I give it a 7. Well, she does look pretty, but I don't want to get isekai'd, so yeah. But there might be. I don't know if she likes me. I don't know, but
yeah.
I won't get isekai'd if she liked me, but yeah, she might hate me. So yeah.
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 They
But
usually
looks
trap.
pretty.
It's either they hate you so much, or they like you.
Yeah, no,
It's
just
either
make
one of
sure
the two.
you're liked.
Yes.
Then you live your
Make
best
sure you're
life.
like, don't do anything disrespectful. Yeah, don't burn forests, don't cut trees, don't harm animals, and they
Right.
probably wouldn't hate you.
Well, there you go.
I would give it 9. I would give it 9.
9?
No.
You know
Really?
why? Yeah, they're scary, bro. I don't know. They're scary. They're hella strong, knowledgeable,
You
strong.
say that until one of the hot male ones shows up. And then you'd be like, take me.
I would like do some big scale tree planting, forest restoration projects
Yeah.
to get the male ones to like be
Yeah.
like, hey. Okay, you are not wrong. Okay, if it's the female, probably give it like a I'm scared of them on a scale of, did I say 9?
Yeah.
But if it's like a beautiful male, I don't care if he's angry with me. He's pretty. He's probably gonna be a 0. Hey,
Oh.
boy.
Yeah, see?
No. Sorry, Lindo. You are correct. Apparently, you know me more than I do myself. Okay, so next is we're gonna go back to Rindo. I'm gonna pass the ball to Rindo. Let's go.
Alright. Okay. The second is gonna be the most strongest Oni in Japan. Okay. Wait a second. Okay. Okay. The name is Shuten Doji. Okay. Shuten Doji is one of the scariest yet strongest demons in Japan. He loves alcohol, and people said that he steals treasures from people and kidnaps young princesses to serve on his side or divorce them by cutting them alive with his sword. Okay. Shuten Doji was born in the Heian period. He was called as Gedomaru as a child. As he grew up, he became a more violent person, and he was given to the Kojo Temple as a page. And since he was a very handsome man, there were so many women who fell in love with him, and he got so many love letters from them, although he didn't read any of the letters. This film this, he just put them in a box, so he just burnt them without reading any of them. One day, one of the girls who was in love with him, committed suicide since he wouldn't accept her feelings or even notice her. As soon as he knew that, he opened the box, which is filled with all the love letters he had received. The grudges of the women who have sent all those love letters to him have turned into smoke inside the box, and the smoke turned Gedomaru into a demon. In the mid-Heian period, Shuten Doji was killed by Minamoto no Yorimitsu and the senior vassals. His last words before he died was, "We demons never did anything wrong," and that was the myth of Shuten Doji. Well, at the first part I said he's been stealing from people, killing princesses, but I don't know. It's a mystery if that was real, or some people was just made up since they're too afraid of him. So yeah, that was it. Poor girl.
Okay. I have a couple of comments, but I'll save it for my turn. So how scary was it, Necros? How scary
I don't
would you
know.
rate
This
Shuden Doji?
feels like a big ol' slander case after women got upset that he was rejecting them. The transformation. Well, I'll say like a 5, maybe. Like, there's always the chance that, he actually did the bad stuff. Or as chat is saying for me, or jealous boyfriends making it up because their girlfriends and wives are infatuated with them. 5 because super big, strong. You wouldn't want to be on his bad side, but from that short little legend, it honestly just sounds like people were upset with him and, made up rumors.
Yeah.
What about you, Rin?
I give it an 8. Probably one of the most dangerous. Another dangerous only in Japan, so fun imagine.
I see. So you guys are. How was your necros? 5 or 3? What was
5.
it? Which one?
If the rumors aren't true, it would be a 1. If they are, 8, so 5.
I would probably rate it like, I don't know, 7. Cause it kind of feels like it's all a misunderstanding. I don't wanna. Evil will always be evil for me. Like, evil is evil. Okay, there are some exceptions, but if you did bad things, how do I say it? I wouldn't say like, oh, it's scary, okay? Like, if you do bad towards people, it's scary. It's not the creepy kind of scary, but scary where you fear for your life kind of thing.
Yeah, like that.
But I rate it like that because he feels like he's gonna be very angry and he's gonna kill everyone. Because, man, imagine you're just there trying to survive and stuff. Was he? Based off on what I understood is like he was stealing, because he needed to. And apparently some females fell for him. I mean,
when she was a human, she was handsome, it seemed like.
Yeah. I personally am scared of shooting Doji. It's just that I think it's a fair if ever the allegations are not true. Yeah, it's a bit unfair. If it's not true, I would probably give him like a 1. He is a baby. He needs to be, he needs to be brought in, he needs to be well fed, cared for, our poor soul.
Give
But
him
yeah,
all the
as long as he
alcohol.
doesn't destroy any. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. He can let him drink it so that no other people can drink it. I mean, but yeah, I think it's unfair if ever it's true. So I like how this is just a side note. This is a personal note. I did cosplay Shuten Doji from FGO once.
Oh, really?
Shuten is my Shuten is my favorite. I know it's depicted very differently, and also it's purple. But yeah, I feel bad. Could be misunderstood. So I'm gonna give it like a 9. If ever he is misunderstood. If he's not, you're gonna be like someone put this man down. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's my thoughts for Shuten Doji. So after this, we're gonna go back sweet North America. All right, go ahead, Necros.
Yeah, so we're going to go back to North America so that you can all develop a healthy fear of babies and them drowning you.
Oh.
So next creature we are going to discuss is water babies.
Oh.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
Water babies. Water babies are creatures that most often appear as infants that inhabit bodies of water such as springs, ponds, streams, and lakes, and thus, hence their name. In other myths, they're depicted as small creatures who lure people to a watery death and eat your children. Regardless of their appearance, their cries are considered to be an omen of impending disaster. Despite the legends surrounding them, of drowning people, obviously, not all people believe water babies to be bad or evil. Some of the tribes that have myths surrounding water babies actually make offerings to them, both to obtain safe passage, better fishing results, etc., and to strengthen the powers of their healers. There's one tribe that specifically believes a cave near a lake is inhabited by a decent number of water babies, and they go and they make kind of a pilgrimage to the cave and make offerings to the baby or the water babies in order to strengthen their powers. Despite the fact that this tribe considers them to be good, however, when people show up being drowned, the water babies are still blamed. However, it is not a case of, oh yeah, those darn water babies. It is a case of, oh, our offerings weren't sufficient. So...
Oh.
Yeah. Most other tribes, from what I could find, consider water babies to be nothing but bad news. Use the sounds of infants to lure their victims in to drown. They tempt people into the water, where they then proceed to drown them. However, I found a couple myths that more violent water babies can actually leave the water and, like, drag people from, like, beaches and shallows and stuff, or docks, down into the water to drown them as well. As for how water babies are created, because creation is part of their myth, it is a bit of a mixed bag, depending on which tribe you get your information from. Some legends tell of them being either accidentally drowned infants, or babies that had been malformed or premature that were intentionally thrown into bodies of water to drown. Whereas other legends tell of them just being the creation of cursed water, like a lake has been cursed or a river has been cursed, and as a result, water babies form and drown people. And then finally, probably the scariest of their creation myth is that anyone who is drowned by a water baby becomes a water baby themselves to inflict the fate that they themselves have suffered upon everybody else.
Everyone, baby.
Everyone becomes water baby and drowns everybody. Yes.
So do they have like do they have like baby limbs, baby bodies?
Yeah, no,
or they're just called water babies.
They appear to literally just be a baby that comes out of the water, and they're supernaturally strong, and they like pull you down, and once you're in the water, you can't get free.
Oh, I see. So, do they look like humans?
Yeah,
or
they look like a
complexion is-
drowned baby. Or
Oh, so it's kind
some
of blue.
there are other ones, like most of what I could find is they just look like a drowned baby. But I mentioned that sometimes they look like small creatures, and they can look like up to a small child, and they like lure you in, and they have like wet hair all over their face and everything, and they like drag you into the river or into the lake and hold you down under the water and drown you.
Okay. So how would you rate it?
Water babies? I think the water babies are pretty darn scary, given, they're...
You can't kill them?
No, you can't kill them. You get close, and you either make an offering so that they don't kill you, or, hope that they don't kill you. So I think I'd give them, like, an 8, probably, because even if you do give them a sacrifice and appease them, they can always just change their mind, and you're out fishing, they pull you in and drown you, and then for the rest of eternity you could potentially be a water baby yourself, inflicting that fate upon others.
I see. Well, I would give it a 10. I would give it a 10. First, I don't like water. Second, I don't like babies. Third, I don't like babies. They're crying. And fourth, goddamn, the wet look makes it even more scary.
Oh,
Also,
yeah.
you can't kill them.
No.
That's a solid 10 from me. I would say no. I'm not gonna go near bodies of water. Boracay, I'm so sorry. Bye-bye. What about you, Rindo?
I give it a 9. No, too scary. The scary baby, go to bed. No.
Yeah, it's too scary. I don't want to turn into a water baby.
No.
Well, there's a water baby VTuber. Is there a water baby VTuber out there? God, show yourself. Let's talk. Tell me how to fend off these water babies. Okay, so yeah, man, what if there's like plenty of water babies in one lake? One sacrifice will not be enough. I'm telling you.
Yeah, the place with the
No.
cave that I was mentioning is specifically on a lake, and it's believed to be inhabited by plentiful numbers of water babies.
I'm not going there. No, even if you paid me like $1 billion. No, bro, no. What? At first, they sounded like Tide Pods to me, but when you discussed the lore, I was like, no. These are not Tide Pods. These are scary.
Yeah.
So yeah, since you discussed a baby, maybe I should, shuffle mine and discuss our baby.
Ooh.
Like my country's baby, not baby as in. Hold on, let me type that in. I know you guys can see this, right? See that? So in the Philippines, we do have our own baby monster. It's called anak. Okay, so similar to the what do you call this? To the water babies, they possess superhuman strength. Okay, so how they are encountered goes like this. Imagine you're in the forest and it's just a forest in the dark. You're just going home. You gotta pass by this forest or something, just like me whenever I go home from the studio. And a baby cry can be heard in the distance. That's usually how they lure in their prey, like, and then people are like, oh, why is there a baby here? Oh my God, we gotta help the baby. Oh. And they approach the baby. The baby looks like a very cute, normal human baby. But the moment you pick them up, they transform into a hideous creature with sharp, pointy teeth. And, they're very strong. They have incredible strength. And they can take down a grown man with no effort. They eat their victims. Like, they mold them like, buffet. They eat their victims. I don't know if they leave even the bones behind, but yeah, that's how they get their victims. Also, the way their preferred place of hunting are quiet places, because of course, if it's noisy, who would hear a baby like what? And then there's like a party like oh karaoke, oh. No, they don't like those. They don't like celebrations. They drive the Tiyanak away. And it's said that in warding them off, you can carry like garlic. I don't know what's with my folklore creatures and garlic, but I am seeing like most of them don't like garlic. So yeah, garlic and rosemary fends them off, and you can bring peace to the Tiyanak by giving them a name and offering them a white candle to guide them to the afterlife. Because their origin, they're like how miscarriage, like
Yes.
some pregnant women get miscarriages.
Yeah.
That's them. That's how the creatures are born. So you gotta give them a name, offer a white candle, and then guide them to the afterlife. I don't know how the guiding to the afterlife goes, but good luck to anyone who's doing it.
You take
it's
the
kinda
candle
like
and you kick the baby.
No. You know they're strong, right? They can just grip on your leg or something.
It's
I don't
fine.
know
You
if
give them the
they-
candle, you make them hold it, and then you just punt them straight up towards the clouds, off to the afterlife with ye.
Okay. Okay. Disclaimer about a monster baby, not a regular baby, guys.
Yes.
So the violence it's kind of justified because you know they can eat you alive. So, but yeah, not an actual baby. Just saying, guys. So I think it's very scary. But in our age, I think no one would approach a crying baby.
No. That's almost always a trap,
they're not
or you're
meta
going to get in
anymore.
trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not meta anymore, so
Yeah.
their numbers are probably dwindling. Maybe in the tribes in the mountains, sure, but in modern areas, I don't think it's gonna work out, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, as long as you're in a noisy hustle and bustle kind of place, you're good. You're good. Maybe you can, turn up your radio, blast some music, and then the baby will be like, no. So how would you guys rate it? Necros, how would you rate it?
It gets a 1 in modern nights. The city's too busy and too noisy, and I'm not going to pick up some random baby.
What about in the forest? What if you encounter it at a forest?
I'm
or
still not
something?
picking up some
Still
random
blind?
baby.
I guess so, yeah. Imagine you had a friend with you and they pick up the baby. Would you leave them to die?
Hell yeah. I'm not getting eaten by crazy cannibal baby. You're the one that was dumb enough to pick up some random baby in the forest. Like, congratulations, you're gonna be cursed by the Fae, eaten by this thing, whatever the hell's going on.
Okay, so what about you, Rindo? Wait, what would you
I-
rate the baby?
Give it a 7 or 8, maybe. Yeah. So just imagine this is real life. You don't actually believe in ghosts in real life. You see what just walking down the forest. Oh no, this baby's lost. It's gonna die like this. We need to call the police. And yeah, it turns into a monster.
Yeah.
So yeah, is this the moral of the story? Don't pay attention to a baby in a forest.
Don't pick up strange
put
children in the
random
forest, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes. I do share some of Rindo's sentiments. Not many people know this, or maybe most of you know this, but I have a soft heart, especially with animals and children. I do not like unruly children, but with defenseless children, I know I said I don't like babies, but that's only for monster water babies, okay? Okay, so I am weak to children. So if I hear a child crying in the forest, I would be the dumb friend that Necros would leave alone, because I would pick up the baby.
Yeah, you'd pick up the baby. I knew you were gonna pick up the baby.
I would pick up the baby. I don't know, man. What if it's an actual baby? What would I? It would haunt my dreams forever. I know it can hunt and eat me right then and now, but what if it wasn't a monster baby? If it wasn't a chanak, then it would haunt my mind forever. Like, how is that child doing? Is it still alive? Oh my god, did it get eaten by a wolf or something? So yeah, I would most definitely die. I'd rate it an 8. I don't know if I can yeet the baby. I'm not that strong, so I would most likely die. So yeah, 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cold-hearted
and
lich, not scared
now-
of baby.
oh, go down. Huh?
I said the cold-hearted lich isn't scared of the baby.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to Rose. Go ahead. Next. Rindo?
Oh,
Are you
okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, here goes the third monster. Okay, it's gonna be an extremely yandere episode. from the Japanese myth.
Ooh.
Okay, the third is Kiyohime. Okay, the legend of Kiyohime is a psychopathic, tragic love story from the Dojoji Temple in Wakayama. Okay. Once there was a monk called Anchin. He traveled from far away to visit the Kumano Taisha Temple. That night, he visited a village headman since he needed a place to stay for the night. And there he meets Kiyohime. And Kiyohime fell in love with Anchin at first sight, and she made a promise with him to meet each other again. But Anchin didn't show up that day. Kiyohime was waiting for him. Then she realized that he broke the promise. Anchin was crossing over the river to run away from her, since he didn't like her back. So Kiyohime dived in the river to chase him. As she dives in the water, the grief and grudges towards him turns Kiyohime into a giant snake monster. Anchin arrives at the Dojoji Temple and hides inside a temple bell, but Kiyohime soon finds him and wraps around the bell and burns Anchin with the whole bell. After Anchin dies from the fire, Kiyohime commits suicide by drowning. That night, the chief priest has a dream of Anchin and Kiyohime was reincarnated, and says that they were an incarnation of the god Kumano Gongen and the Kannon Bodhisattva. And yeah, that was the legend of Anchin and Kiyohime.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. I know this lore because of FGO. Apparently, it's accurate. Yeah, apparently it's accurate.
Yeah.
I also cosplay Kiyohime. Okay, so what are your thoughts, Necros? Go ahead. Are you scared of the yandere snake lady?
I don't know. This is another targeted thing, right? So one person is targeted and killed. It's not particularly scary to everyone else, right? I mean, if you get in her way, I guess she might deal with you, but otherwise, it seems like a lot of this is like cursed and single targeted. So not particularly scary to me when it's, oh yeah, this one person is being targeted. So yeah.
What if she saw you having similar features to Anchin, like hypothetically? What would you do? Like, oh, this is Anchin. Oh, my love. And then she would chase you to no end. What would you do?
I mean,
would your ratings change?
I don't know, because like she targeted him because he ran away, right? So sit down, have a conversation with her, and straighten it out instead of just running the hell away from her.
Yeah, it's the more mature approach, I guess. Yeah. So how would you rate her?
I don't know. I guess if you're the target, maybe a 6, but otherwise, I think like a 2. Yeah, she might look scary, but she's not out to get you.
What about you, Rindo?
I'd give it a 5, probably, but yeah, she's a psychopath.
Yeah, she is a psychopath.
A true yandere.
Imagine if like we like someone who looks like Anchin, and or let's say we're married to someone who looks like Anchin and haunts us and then kills us or something. I would probably give it like a 6.5, 6.9. 6.9. I mean, she's probably beautiful. It's just that the major turnoff is her misunderstanding that Anchin likes her back. She's a psycho. Maybe remove the psycho. She wouldn't waifu, or maybe that's what people like, the psycho side. But yeah, I would give it like a 6.9. I like Kiyohimiya's story. It's one of those. I know it's borderline crazy. Yeah, it is crazy. But I do get. What if Anshin was giving mixed signals? Okay, from a maiden's point of view. What if Anshin was the kind who's like, hey, let's go out and eat, and then you don't invite anyone else, just her. Of course, she's gonna think you like her. Like, bro,
Yeah.
you gotta make your intentions clear. I can't say that Anshin is completely the victim here. We can't say, but what if, right? I feel bad for the girl. So yeah, I do like her, but I'm not that scared of her because I'm not male. But yeah, 6.9. So again, Necros, take the wheel. Next.
Right. So, keeping in line with stay the hell away from children, they are creepy and are going to murder you and or drown you. We're going to go and move on to the black-eyed children next. So,
This one I don't like.
good old black-eyed kids. They are creatures that resemble human children or teenagers, with their defining features being that they have pale skin and pitch black eyes. They're most often said to be encountered while they are hitchhiking, begging, or just randomly showing up on your doorstep. So, unlike
Okay,
the
that
other
one I don't
things
like.
I've discussed so far, this is more of an urban legend passed along from person to person compared to actually having a cultural basis or actual mythology surrounding it. But as far as I was able to tell, despite most places claiming that this originally showed up in the 90s as an internet myth, I was able to find stories going all the way back about 100 years about black-eyed children. So it's not as recent as people claim. But according to what I found, they absolutely must be invited into any private space, otherwise they can't enter. Unlike vampires, it's not simply they have to be invited into your house. Like, they can't even get into your car, they can't enter your shed, nothing like that. Anything private they have to be invited into. However, unlike vampires in classical myth, it doesn't have to be like, I welcome you into my home. No. If you open the door for them, like if you're in your car and you just open the car door for them to get in, then that's enough of an invitation to let them in.
It doesn't have to be verbal.
No. Like, if you open your door to talk to them, that's one thing. But then if you open it wider to let them into the house, that's enough. But as long as you don't invite them in, they can't actually do anything to you. But should you invite one of them in, they're said to do anything from mildly disturbing you before they just suddenly vanish, to making your life a living hell until you lose your mind or they murder you. Whatever the case for the torment they inflict upon you, it seems that they absolutely delight in tormenting their victims. However, even if you don't invite them in, they still have an effect on your mind, because even those that don't invite them in are said to have deep, terrifying nightmares and develop a phobia of people for a significant amount of time after encountering them.
Okay. I did watch some documentaries before about them.
Yeah.
This was like a few years ago. And man, they were very scary. I am telling you, they are very scary. It's just that Necros is, it looks like a classical man. It looks like a classical man with noodle hair, bro.
Noodle hair.
Yeah, noodle hair. So what would you rate it? What would you rate Black-Eyed Children?
I
in
don't know.
terms of spooky.
The fact that they can just randomly show up on your doorstep and like they knock on it, and even if you don't let them in, they give you nightmares for a significant amount of time afterwards, just from even seeing or talking to them. You don't actually have to fall victim to them for them to inflict torment on you. I'm gonna give them like an 8 again, because that's terrifying.
This is kind of related to me, isn't it? They're giving nightmares. That's my job. What are you doing? I'm kidding. But yeah, I don't like how they look like, because they will always look like children, right? Like
Yeah, children
13,
or teenagers.
14, kind of like
Yeah.
that. So I don't know. And I've seen like some documentaries. Most of them, they're smiling.
Yeah.
And I don't like it.
But there's
I don't
always
like
something
it.
off
Also, what
about
if-
them.
What if there's a fly in your kitchen and you want to shoo the fly away? So you open the door to let it out, open it wide, because you gotta more coverage
Yeah.
for the fly to go out. And then, oops, you accidentally invited one of them. Oh shit. Well,
Yeah.
we're done for. Thank you, Mr. Fly.
Especially because they don't tend to act alone. It's usually
Does
in
it have
pairs.
to have intention?
Does it have to have what?
Yeah.
Intention?
Does it have to be like intentional? Like,
I don't know.
in
I
your
couldn't
mind,
find.
it needs to have intention,
I
or
couldn't
they're
find
just
anything
gonna.
about that. It just seemed. It just mentioned inviting them in, and like, some of the stories mentioned, like, again, it varies based on who's telling the story, right? Some of the stories mentioned that even
Yeah,
like rolling
true.
down your window to talk to them can count as inviting them in, whereas
Yeah,
the
the
older
window.
stories didn't seem to carry that. That seems to be a more modern addition to the stories. So
Okay. And what's your rating?
I think an 8 again. Creepy children being all murderific and nothing you can really do to defend yourself against them. Because, yeah, you can prevent yourself from getting murdered by them by
Yeah.
not letting them in. But the fact that it's going to leave a deep psychological scar on you and give you basically nightmares for years afterwards and make you terrified of every single person you see and going out of your home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Solid 8.
They're gonna feel like they're always watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8. What about you, Rindo?
8. I give it an 8. Well, the side is just enough to give me nightmares, and they literally do, and yeah, they eat my side. No, I don't want a missile taken by a child who has black eyes. No, just wanted to, just
Yeah.
wanted to get fresh air and open the door, and this guy shows up.
Oh yeah.
kidding.
And then the peer, they're just standing there in pairs, smiling.
Yeah.
I just wanted fresh air. Yeah, I would give it a 10.
Oh.
I would give it 10. I can't do anything. Like, unlike my, I know you need to not invite them, but what if you accidentally do? Then you're
Yeah.
doomed. It's not
Yeah.
like our creatures like manananggal, like tikbalang, or some shit. Like, I don't know. They have countermeasures. This
that's-
one does not.
That's
Once
one of
it
the things I'm
happens,
noticing.
It's there.
Yeah, is a lot of the North American creatures, there doesn't seem to be a counter to them. It's, if you encounter this, you are screwed.
You're doomed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then for Japan, it's more like they're vengeful
Yeah.
from one person, and that one person successfully screws the entire society due to the grudge of the one they wronged, or the one who was chasing them. Like, bro.
Yeah.
And seeing a pattern here.
Yeah.
I feel like ours are beginners compared to you guys. But yeah, it's a 10. It's a 10. I can't deal with creepy children appearing out of nowhere smiling from the distance. This is kind of like those what was it? The Dark Watchers.
Yeah.
But this time see their actual children and they can harm you.
Yeah, this
So,
time they want to
no.
actually kill you, so.
I don't know why though. Why would you kill people? Okay, so next I would be introducing another classic from the land of the Philippines. I actually just said it in a few minutes. It's the capre. Yeah, capre. We're gonna the capre. Let me just show up the text. No, it's not black-eyed children. Hold on. Capre. So these are giants inhabiting big trees. It's similar to the Encanto. Like their choice of home is like super big trees like acacia, balete, and very huge mango trees. The capre is they're very big. They're usually depicted as tall, around 9 feet, and they're hairy and are usually seen smoking a cigar. Okay, so sometimes they have a strong scent. I'm not sure if it's a good kind of scent, a forest kind of scent, or a body odor kind of scent, but they do have a distinct scent. Like you're gonna smell it like this doesn't smell like the forest or something. Like this is usual, and it's probably a bit not the bad odor kind because you're like, ooh, what is that smell? And you follow it, and that's how they lure curious humans. So they are very mischievous. Like the Encanto, they make people lose their way, but they're just trying to have some entertainment, some fun, but with bad intentions. They usually play tricks on people if you anger them. The way to anger them is if you cut down the tree they're inhabiting, they will get really, really angry. I'm not sure the extent of what damage they would do to you, but you are probably not going home tonight. I am telling you that. You are going to either get, eaten, stomped, isekai'd, or have your mind screwed with until you can't operate anymore. But yeah, in order to escape their powers, like you're starting to get lost, you're starting to feel disoriented, feel like nothing is normal anymore. You've seen that same tree like 7 times already. What you would do, it says, is you have to turn your clothing inside out. Like your shirt, you have to turn your shirt inside out, and then you would go back to like the normal path. I don't know why that's how you ward them off. And I was actually wondering, what if it was one of those days where I accidentally wear my shirt inside out? Am I screwed? But yeah, that's how you ward them off. It's very simple. See, guys, our creatures have like countermeasures,
Yeah.
and they're very easy. What, garlic? Anting, okay, the anting-anting and agimat is a bit difficult since they're like artifacts. But this one, turn your shirt inside out, bro. But yeah, they are very malevolent and wicked. Just try not to get lured in by the scent, yo. Also, don't cut down random trees.
I don't know. They
Or
sounded
harm the trees.
more like dark tricksters than
Territorial.
actually being malevolent.
Yeah, kind of like that. But they're very territorial in a way. They don't leave the area. They
Yeah.
don't like, kind of like those black-eyed children. They go everywhere, right? This
Yeah.
one just stays in their area. Not sure how wide the area is, but I think as long as the tree's roots cover the land or something. But yeah, they just chill, you know. I showed this to some people in the staff, and they were like, "Why does this look like a Titan?" I'm so sorry.
I thought it looked like a dwarf just sitting in a tree.
It's big. It's a 7 to 9 feet tall. Also, that's
Yeah.
a balete tree. It's very big.
Yeah, I heard that, but just looking at your
scale.
drawing, it just makes me think of a dwarf sitting in a tree.
Yeah, I know. So, how would you rate it? Like, how scared would you be if you encounter this spook scare?
I don't know. Again, it's one of those things where it would be momentarily spooky, but the countermeasure is just so easy, right? So,
I know.
like a 4, like yeah, it's gonna be spooky seeing it, but you know, as a guy, just take my shirt off and then slip it back on inside out, and I'm good to go, and I'm safe.
They do screw with your mind, so it's kind of like you're gonna have a intense headache until you can't function properly anymore. So it's best to, the moment you sense something is wrong, just turn your shirt inside out.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't let it get to the point where he messes with your brain.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what about you, Rindo?
I'd give it a 7. Yeah, they're creepy, but all I have to do is turn my shirt and don't cut random trees. And they just they're scary, but yeah, as you said, they don't randomly appear like the black-eyed children. So yeah, 7.
Yeah. They're stuck in one place. Yeah, as for me, it looks like a bro. Look at that. It has the, for Filipino speakers out there, I mean Tagalog speakers, it has the word pre. Pre is like, yo, brother. It's kind of like, hey, yo, bro. Pre is like, pre is like the counterpart of hello, bro. Hello, pre.
Yo,
But yeah,
bro.
they're like chill. Yeah, hey, bro. They're kind of like chill, you know, they're kind of mischievous. They're mostly up to no good, but as long as you don't harm their trees, their areas, and you don't you know, they don't interest, I mean, how do I say it? Like they're not interested in you. Make yourself not interesting enough, okay? You won't attract their attention. I would personally give it like a 2. I would give it a 2 because I can just turn my shirt inside out. We have our swimming. We don't care. We don't care. We don't want to die. Bra
You're
gets
rating it
flashed
low because she's
into-
attracted to dad bods.
Shh. Silence. Yes, I do admit I am attracted to the chubs of. Okay. Yes, I am. I'm guilty. But yeah, I'm rating it low because it's very easy to ward off. It's just that if you are very unlucky to experience the disorientation and the screwing of the mind part, you're doomed. Bye bye. I don't even know. There could be instances, you know, like they can induce hallucinations. So if you thought you already your shirt inside out, turns out you did not. There were some cases I read about that was like that. They were like, oh yeah, I managed to like go far away, woo, and then turns out they were still in the loop. So yeah, it does get kind of spoopy. I'm still rating it 2 though. Like I don't mind. As long as he doesn't, you know, burn me alive, I'm good. Just like keep him in. No. Okay, so next is, go ahead, Rindo. We have like a few sets.
Yeah, okay, the next 3 will be monsters from England, though the stories are gonna be short compared to those Japanese monsters I was talking about until now. Okay, the 4th is Black Dog. Black Dog is a hellhound from the English folklore who appears in crossroads or in town or in the forest at midnight. It is said that black dogs bring misfortune or death if you see them, but it is also believed that some black dogs can scare ghosts away by barking or keep travelers away from danger. And I don't know if there's really a way to avoid this monster. Wait a second.
Hmm.
And yeah, it says it's black dogs are often seen in most of the places in England except for Middlesex and Lapland. So yeah, be careful if you go to England. That's it.
I don't want to go to.
Oh,
Wait, so where do they appear? Like in cities, rural?
yes, in cities, forests, or crossroads, anywhere.
Everywhere.
Seems like.
Oh, everywhere. I see. So how
It
do
can
you?
be. Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah.
How do you differentiate them from actual dogs?
Oh well, they're black. They're black. They're black and big, and they mostly have red eyes. So yeah, if you see a black dog with red eyes, oh God, this dog has red eyes.
The eyes. It's the eyes. I
Eyes,
see.
see the eyes. Yeah.
So, so that's how you tell. So, Necros, what do you think? Is this a good pet? What's the spooky meter on this?
Yeah,
pet?
I'll give it a 4 on the spooky meter, but I'm give it a bone and make it the goodest boy, and now I got myself a pet hellhound.
Yeah, he's just gonna chew on your ankles.
Yeah,
your
sure, why not?
bony ankles.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, what about you, Rindo?
I'd give it a 5. They can be bad, or maybe they might actually protect us from bad ghosts. So it really, maybe really depends on
It's
which
hard to
doggos you're
judge.
dealing with. So yeah, 5. But it might still be creepy seeing a dog with red eyes, a giant dog with red eyes. No.
I
In this,
see. Okay. This might be the first time I'm giving something a rating of 0.
No, you gave previous
I don't
things
know
0 too.
I love dogs. What? Did I give something 0?
Yeah. I think you've given 2 other things a
don't-
0.
Really?
Yeah,
Did I?
I think so.
I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm giving this one 0 because I don't know, I love dogs. If it wants to kill me, I'd rather get killed by a dog than get burned alive. And
Oh.
you know, I would be nourishment for this cute creature. I know it's I like big dogs. I like animals. So I wouldn't get scared even if it bites my arm off. I would probably say, "Oh, ow!" I would run, but then I wouldn't whack it. Just like in our 7 Days to Die, I was so sad when you guys were whacking and killed the coyote. Ah, man. But yeah, you know, I would scare it away by kind of harming it a bit. Like harming it a few times, but not enough to inflict like
at it.
wounds. No. You know, like stick. You know,
Oh, so you're gonna play
teaching
fetch
stick
with
or
it.
something like. Yeah, I mean I can play fetch, but if fetch doesn't work, I'm gonna pat the butt a little bit or something, and then if it way, then great. If it doesn't, I'm doomed. I'm okay. I'm okay with getting eaten by this. I rate it 0 because I love animals. I love dogs. And I probably wouldn't get scared despite having the red eyes and big appearance. Because, hey, cute. And they might tune, so I'm good with them. I'm good. So we're gonna go back to our creepy tribe stories. Necros, take the wheel.
No,
Go.
actually, a
What's
tribe story this time. I'm gonna save the final native creature for last, and instead we are going to talk about the chupacabra. Good old goat suckers.
Ooh, another.
Yeah, it's
No.
probably the best known creature on this list. Chupacabra is said to be a large reptilian creature, roughly the size of a dog or a small bear, that is alien in nature and very, very heavy. It's said to have spines along its tail, back, and neck, and glowing red eyes. Sometimes they are depicted as walking on 4 legs. Sometimes they're depicted walking on 2. It really depends on the region you get your information from. They are rumored to be all throughout Mexico and the United States, with even modern reports coming in about them. So they're said to drink the blood of farm animals, draining them dry and leaving naught but a couple of puncture marks on the victims. They don't attack people, but yeah, they will drain your animals dry. And this does include pets if you let them outside. So they never seem to eat the creatures that they kill. Only ever drain them of their blood, and you'll find just a couple puncture marks on the animal. The most common number I actually found for the puncture marks appears to be 3, which is interesting. So surprisingly, despite being the most well-known creature on the list, there isn't actually a whole lot of information to be found on them other than what they look like and their appetite. But the one thing I was able to find was that they are rumored to be the pets of aliens that got loose while the aliens were visiting Earth.
Oh my god, there's like dogs barking loudly outside. They're like, oh, we don't want to get
dogs.
eaten by the chupacabra. No.
They came to.
I like your drawing. Like, hey, no. But yeah, I like your drawing on this one. It looks like a man with a reptilian body.
Yeah.
A bald man with a reptilian body.
Yeah, whatever you want to
sad.
interpret it as.
Yeah, it's a bit sad that it does eat the farm animals. Like, can't you just eat humans instead? I'm sorry.
No.
I value animals more than humans. I am so sorry, humanity, but the animals are not doing anything wrong. Yes. Okay, so I don't know. It's really cute. What would you rate it, Necros?
I'd give it a 1. It's not scary. Keep your pets inside, and they'll be fine. Like, yeah, you can't do that if you're a farmer, but keep your pets in the barn, I guess. Don't let them out at night, and you'll be fine.
I guess he doesn't know how to open doors.
No, it only eats animals out in the field, apparently. So just keep everything inside at night, and everything is safe.
Okay, so what about you, Rindo?
I give it a 5. Well, with someone who used to have a pet, well, it ran away. My turtle ran away. I never want to let him out, but he ran away, so yeah, stay away from my turtle. Or
Yes, please
What?
eat the
please don't. No, please stay away from him.
As someone who lets, I also have a turtle. I let it roam free in the yard because it always escapes if you put it in the sink. If you put it in a basin, he always escapes. I don't know why, but he's very acrobatic, fast, and strong. That's my turtle. So please don't eat it. I also have a bird. Please don't eat my bird.
Stay away from papaya.
Just don't let them out at
stay away
night.
from papaya. Yeah. Okay, so I would rate it probably 3, I guess. It feels like it's just a creature trying to survive. I mean, it's respectful how, I praise it for not going with the human meals. Probably thinks humans are filthy. I don't know. But yeah, I kind of get. I don't know. I like it. I personally like chupacabra, not because I love animals. It's just that I feel like it's just trying to survive out there. And if it was indeed dropped off by aliens and was owned by aliens at some point, it makes me wonder: are vampires also aliens?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's not that scary for me. Maybe scary if at night you see a big hunched creature with blood dripping from its mouth holding a half-dead goat or something,
just
and then
slurping on it. That would be scary to see, but the creature itself is not scary.
Yeah, that would be scary to see, but I wouldn't be scared of the creature itself. I would just think, okay, sorry for intruding on you. Carry on, carry on. Yeah. So I guess that's for the chupacabra. Personally, I do like it. I love it very much. Okay, so what number are we on?
That was number 5 for me.
I think we're on the number 5.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we have like 2 more for each, except Necros. So Necros only has 1 more. So I will introduce to you guys. It's a bit similar to Capre, but this one it looks like an animal, but it's not. It's the tikbalang. It's another fan favorite, like people know about tikbalang and such. Let me just put the text out there. It's our boy. It's our local horse boy, Uma Musume, but not pretty girl. So the tikbalang are they're a creature, a very tall, giant creature. Not sure how tall, but I assume it's like 6 feet and above or something. They have the head of a horse and the body of a man. So similar to the capre, they can be very playful and they make travelers get lost in the wild. Well, not necessarily in the wild. They can also appear in like villages and stuff. So unlike the capre, these guys are not completely evil. Well, with most articles that I've read, they're not completely evil. They're just, there to chill. They're like, hey, I gotta play with you. You're my play toy for tonight or something. So they do a lot of pranks. And some pranks turn very severe. And, similar to the capre, you lose your way, and it's actually similar. It's just that they don't live in a tree. These are the types who can be seen anywhere. They also can be warded off by turning your shirt inside out. I don't know what's up with the turning the shirt inside out thing, but we've had like 2 creatures with that as the countermeasure. So maybe they're just a bit shy or something. But yeah, they're literal pranksters who just mess with you. They're usually also seen with a tobacco. They actually look classy in some artworks, like wearing a suit, wearing a hat, and have one leg up on a tree. Sometimes they are seen in trees, but not necessarily live in trees, I guess. And it's very similar to the capra. It's just that this one has the head of a horse. So how would you rate it, Necros?
I think I'm going to give this one a 2. Classy horseman, not particularly scary, and, if he starts being a bit of a pain in the butt, just reverse my shirt.
Yeah. Okay, what about you, Rindo?
Probably 4. It's, I don't know, less. No, it looks creepy, but it's less scary from compared to the other monsters. I give it a 4.
Yeah, 4.
Well,
Okay,
it does
so
look creepy
Tikbalang,
though.
I think. Yeah, it does. Also, it laughs like a goddamn horse. Like.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like.
I don't want to imagine that. No.
I would give it, I guess, 2. I mean, it's classy. It's often depicted as classy. It's just that they have strong mind powers as well, but they're not as malevolent as the Capre. They're not as territorial as the Capre. They're chill. They're fine. They're good. It's just that they are a bit creepy when you see them the first time. So yeah, next, let's go, Rindo. Also, hello guys, hello. Minotaur, but in horse form. Yes. Oh, hello. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Xiao
Chen. Xiao Chen, it says.
Xiao Chen. Hello. We're introducing creatures from our regions. Welcome, welcome.
Yep.
Okay, so go ahead, Rindo. What's next on your list?
Okay. The 5th is Black Anise. Okay, Black Anise is a witch and a boogeyman figure. She lives in the dark cave and has blue skin with iron nails. She appears at the midnight in the village and hunts down for children and farm animals to feast on. She hangs skins of dead children and lamb on a tree near the cave where she lives. So, to stay away from her, when she grounds her teeth, people can hear for like 5 miles away. Giving them time to bolt the doors to keep away from the window. Okay, it is said that cottages were purposely built with small windows so that Black Anise could only get a single room inside. So, yeah, to get rid of her, build a cottage with small windows. That's it.
Can she enter doors? No, just windows?
Just stay away, and if you see any caves that are hanging children, lamb's skin, yeah, just maybe run away.
Wait, lamb skin?
Yeah.
Lamb's skin.
Okay.
Yeah, just skins hanging outside the cave.
That's kind of
Okay, not good. That's the Black Anise. I see. So, how would you rate it, Necros? I don't like the old lady.
I don't know. She's creepy, but from the sounds of it, she's easy to avoid. I'll give it a 6.
Well, you were in. What would you rate it, Rindo? Black Anise.
I give it a 7. No, I don't want to. She hangs children in lamb's skin. No.
Yeah, I don't like the lady. First, because of her looks. I'm sorry, I'm a judger this time.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. Imagine you have a window. You know how bathrooms always have to have their windows open? Because in the bathroom, if you close the window, it's gonna grow molds. So, I don't know, man. What if I was peeing or doing the dirty, the poopy in the bathroom, and then there's a hand hanging from the window? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give the Black Anise a 7.
You can hear
I'm
her
gonna give
from
it a
5
7.
miles away as she
there's-
grinds her teeth, though.
I know. What if we're wearing earphones? Okay? What if we're wearing earphones we couldn't hear? We're blasting some metal music and then we couldn't hear. It's gonna be difficult. So yeah, I'm gonna give the Black Anise 7.
All right.
Okay, so next is Necros. It's your last one.
Yeah, the final creature, which is going to be the Wendigo. So, the Wendigo is not an individual creature so much as a classification of creatures. From what I could find, basically every tribe has, at least every tribe in the area, where they're said to exist, has legends and myths about the Wendigo, and the lore around them varies widely because of that. What's consistent about them, however, is that it is almost always depicted as extremely thin, it is starving, and it eats people. Basically, exclusively people. So they're most often depicted as a transformed person, and the transformation occurs when one resorts to eating a human, most often in a survival situation. The most common myth I could find is basically you end up trapped in a cave during like a blizzard or something. Your food runs out. Your best friend's with you. They freeze to death or something, and you're out of food. You're starving, so you eat their corpse. Yeah. So, in some myths, this causes them to become cursed. In others, it's a spirit of hunger that ends up becoming corrupted by the act of eating a human, and then the corrupted spirit of hunger ends up possessing the offender. Again, it varies from myth to myth. Depending on the myth or legend, the Wendigo may remain looking like the person that it was originally, blending in, though it still ends up looking starved. However, in other myths, they grow proportionally with the meal that they eat, always growing bigger and larger. And when they grow larger, that is why they're never satiated. They eat a person and they grow in proportion to the amount that they eat, and so they can never find satiation. More. Yeah. They pretty much always grow stronger every time that they consume a person, so Wendigos are easiest to kill or drive off early on when they are plenty weak. But the more people they eat, the stronger they get, and the harder they are to kill. What makes them extremely dangerous is they retain their rationality and their ability to speak. This allows them to actually communicate with people, blend in, lure victims in, etc. And they even maintain the ability to use and make tools. So a lot
they can use a gun.
Yes, they can. One of the main stories I have heard, because this is one of the few creatures that I've actually heard stories about, involves people being trapped in the cave, as I mentioned earlier, and resorting to eating their friend or whatever that's been with them. Yeah. They almost always are formed from cannibalism. There were a couple myths that I read about where just being greedy is enough to turn you into a Wendigo. But I've focused on the cannibalism side here. But then when they finally make it out of their survival situation and they'll return home to their village, tribe, whatever, when they eat normal meals, they no longer find themselves satiated by them. So, they eat and they eat, and they no longer have that gnawing hunger go away. So the hunger continues to get worse and worse until one day they snap from the hunger and lash out at somebody near to them and, accidentally kill them. And, a little bit of blood gets in their mouth or whatever. And just that little bit is enough to dull the hunger. So they end up eating the person they kill. And that temporarily satiates the hunger. And then, they go back to trying to eat normal food. And they find they get hungrier faster this time. and
It gets
the
worse.
cycle repeats and repeats, with the interval getting shorter and shorter as they grow more powerful, and so they grow more and more willing to kill and eat people to keep that hunger satisfied.
It kind of feels like a vampire, but flesh involved, right?
Yeah, they eat their
Feels like.
victims, kinda. And the more victims they consume, the more powerful they get. So,
Yeah, so they're only like physically powerful, like no supernatural powers or anything?
not that I could find. Basically, they're extremely strong, extremely fast, and as far as I can tell, they become immortal, where they live forever as long as they keep eating people, or even if they don't actually, they stay immortal, just permanently starving. So, you lock one up in a cave somewhere and, seal the cave, and somebody else comes, 300 years later, and they'll have a ravenous Wendigo suddenly maul them.
So they don't die.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's play until then sometime. I mean,
Until dawn?
me. I will.
Yeah.
I know, until the until dawn.
Yes.
They're both untils.
Yes.
Yes, because I did forget what the game was about. Anyway, yeah, Wendigo. What would you rate it, Necros?
I don't know. The fact that they can easily slip back into the village and stuff, depending on the thing, they could literally be anyone. Your best friend comes back after surviving a harrowing winter, and thinking they're completely normal, and then they've really become a Wendigo. I'm gonna give the Wendigo a 9, I think.
Yeah. Also, they're difficult to be stopped. What about you, Rindo?
Same, 9. I'll give it a 9. No.
I
How,
think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Give me anyone, so yeah, when I trust somebody and they suddenly become like that, I don't think I can stand it in many ways.
Yeah, and anybody can become one just by simply indulging in
Yeah.
well, not simply indulging in cannibalism, but you accidentally consume some flesh or blood that you didn't know was in there, and suddenly you're a Wendigo without knowing it. Because it doesn't even have to be an intentional act, from what I found. Somebody puts in, shaves off a piece of their finger or something while grinding meat, and oops, you're a Wendigo now.
Yeah, true. I'm gonna give it. It's gonna be our second solid 10 for tonight. I don't know. It's the fact that you can transform without knowing it. It scares me. Like, for example, in my country, in the Philippines, we have a very big celebrations for the list of things. Like, for example, a birthday or a barangay celebration. Barangay is a small village kind of thing. Celebration. Everyone eats. Lechon. Lechon is when you barbecue a whole pig in a bamboo, rotating it in the campfire. It's a traditional dish here, and everyone in the village shares that pig. So imagine someone puts a wee bit of flesh inside that pig, and the entire village is now Wendigo. I don't like that. I don't like that. Also, they're strong. They're just... It kind of feels like it could be a zombie apocalypse kind of thing without being actual zombies, and retaining your ability to speak and, function as a proper human being besides the appetite problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could end us. If they grow too many, they could end us. Please don't grow in numbers anymore. Chaos is like, that village is now Wendy gone.
Yeah.
As purple Wendigo, me. Yes. I don't like it. It's gonna be a solid 10. So next would be me, right? So
Yeah, your final one.
my final creature is gonna be a cute one.
Oh.
It's cute for me. So the final creature is the duende. Okay, let me show you. I've shown you guys the picture, but to do a one by one scale of this thing, hold on, So how small they are kind of like this. Compared to the things in my room, they're gonna be like this small. Like this, no, more. Like this small. You see that, guys? They're that small.
Oh.
That's the duende. Okay, let me make it bigger again. So you can see the
Tiny.
drawing. So this is the duende. Yes, they are tiny. Very tiny.
They're like elves.
Let me just... Duende or duende.
We have a furry visitor that wants to snuggle.
Ooh, it's the cat.
Yes.
Hello, cat. I need to learn the names of the cats. Anyway, so the duende, they are very tiny. They're mostly depicted as tiny old men, but they are not necessarily always tiny old men. They only show themselves to Timo in real life. No. Yeah, duende, elf in Spanish, yes. We get colonized by the Spanish people, so we do share some common words here and there, except the puto. Puto is delicious. Okay, so duende are very small. They only show themselves to people that they like. They can be bad or good. It depends if they like you. Again, we're here with the subjective thing. So, if a friendly duende lives in your home, you will have a very prosperous life. Like, they can give you riches, good luck, or they can even protect your home, fend it off from evil spirits or some stuff like that. So, the thing about these duendes, they can easily be offended. So, what people do whenever they see like a mound or there's a tree or, you know how there's like a mound that appears out of nowhere? Do you guys know that? Like a mound of soil, kind of like a protruding from the ground. Sometimes the people think that the duende lives in those places, like the mounds of soil that sprout from the ground. Okay, so in order to not offend these duendes, we say tabi-tabi po. Tabi-tabi po is like
Tabi-tabi.
excuse me, as tabi-tabi po. Tabi, P-O. Tabi-tabi po. So, if you're passing through like a part of the land that you're familiar with, you usually say tabi po, and then before passing through, and then you can pass through. Like they're like, okay, I'm gonna give you the green signal. There's actually been memes about, you know how I told you there's like mounds of soil and stuff. There's been memes about people peeing. You know how some men can't hold their urine and then they pee in random mounds of soil. So they're like, tabi-tabi po, and then the duendes are like, okay, good, we're all good, and they're drowning in the pee. But yeah, yeah. If they get mad, they give you great misfortune, like very, very bad luck. Think of them as kind of like leprechauns, but not really. So they can give you very, very bad luck. They can make you very sick, recurring sickness. Like the only way you can recover from their sickness is visiting the local shaman, the albulario. Yeah, and in order, what do you call this? They can also be appeased sometimes if you give them food offerings, coins, and small trinkets. Given that they like the trinkets, of course. But yeah, they're very simple creatures, but they do power, kind of like the elven stuff that we had. Remember the
Encanto,
yeah. Have like otherworldly powers, so it's best to just say tabi tabi po whenever you're passing through unknown domain, like especially if it's like grassy and has lots of nature on it. And if you plan to cut down a tree or pick a fruit from a tree or a plant, like you usually say tabi tabi po, but not all the time. So yeah, that's the duende. Again, they're very... So, how about you, Necros? What would you rate it?
I think I'm going to give it a 1, just given the fact that you just have to say something in order to have it leave you alone. And yeah, it teeny tiny little mushroom person that you just say something, it leaves you alone. It's not particularly scary. Like, yeah, it would suck getting cursed or made sick by it. But if you can just have that cured by visiting the local shaman, like catching a cold.
It's hard to find a local shaman. It's hard to find a local shaman.
Just become the local shaman yourself.
But yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, so what about you, Rindo?
I'd give it
thoughts.
I give it a 3. Well, all you have to do is just simply say those words, tabi tabi po. But yeah, I'd be surprised if I see this guy suddenly. And also I hate mushrooms, so that's another thing.
Okay. So, these guys, there have been some texts that say that they move things around in your house. Like if they like you and if they're friendly, they clean your house. They help you with arranging your stuff. Kind of like that 7 dwarves in Snow White. But yeah, they're very helpful. It's just that they can be very vengeful if you disrespect them. I know they're tiny. Don't tell them that. I mean, probably don't like that. But yeah, it's kind of like a gnome. Oh no, I'm not a gnome. No. So yeah, that's my last creature for today. Up next is Rindo. It's the last creature.
Okay.
Let's go.
The last creature is from another English folktale, Jenny Greenteeth. Also known as Wakey Jenny or Jenny Greenteeth in other countries. She is a woman who lives underwater, like at a pond or a river. She has green skin, sharp teeth, and long hair, and what she does is she captures little kids or old people or maybe just random people. If you go near to the pond, she just grabs your arm and drowns them in the water. So, to avoid her, well, yeah. Avoid open water at night, especially near pools, ponds, and rivers, it says. And look for duckweed. Jenny Greenteeth is also closely associated with duckweed that in some parts of the country, the weed itself is called Jenny Greenteeth. And yeah, just don't go near the water at midnight.
So what's her story? Is she like a vengeful spirit? Did someone throw her in the water?
I'm not sure about that. Okay. It's a story that's made for maybe for children to stay away from water.
Yeah.
No, don't go near the river, Jenny. Don't go near the water. Jenny Greenteeth is gonna drown you. Yeah.
I see. What if she's friendly?
She's gonna kill you by drowning you.
Does she eat the people she drowned?
Let's see.
Not sure.
Can we give Jenny Greenteeth a water baby?
Oh yeah.
1v1.
Yes, she can eat people. Yes, she divorced him. Yeah, just give the water babies. Yeah, let's give her the water babies.
No,
Let them have a drowning
let's give her the
competition.
water babies. Yeah. Who drowns faster? No. What if she just wants a child? Maybe she could be satisfied with one water baby.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah. Let's just give her one. Okay, problem solved. The water
Motherly
baby.
instincts. Yeah. It's because you said like she drowns children, right? Then maybe she just her own children.
Yeah, we'll give her a water
Oh.
baby, and then
Water
neither one
baby.
will be a threat anymore.
What about the Chanak? Give it the Chanak too. I don't want the Chanak. Yeah. I think she's cool. What would you rate her, Necros?
Not nearly as scary as the water baby, given you just need to
Yeah.
avoid the river at midnight, right? So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not going to be out at the water at midnight, so, like a 3?
Okay. What about you, Rindo?
Get a 5. She is. She does look creepy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still it's easier to avoid. So yeah, I give it 5. I don't want to drown. No.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys know, but my country is prone to flooding.
Oh.
My country is prone to floods. We are typhoon belt,
Oh,
like we
right.
catch all the typhoons. So if I'm in the area and my area is flooded, there's no way to get through. You know how houses have
right.
floods in the first floor? Imagine Jenny lives somewhere near there. There's been instances of crocodiles roaming around the villages because of floods and stuff.
They're gonna randomly appear
So
like
I think Jenny's gonna have a great time in my country.
yeah.
I'm gonna give
Water.
her an 8.
Water.
Would you rather
Water.
have to deal with Jenny, or would you rather have to deal with a water baby?
I don't know. I picked Jenny. I
Okay.
picked Jenny. Water baby looks more scary. I think Jenny. No wait. Now thinking about it, imagine like a greenish pale skin. I mean dark greenish climbs out of the water, much like how Sadako climbs out of the TV from the well. I mean, okay, it does. It's a bit scary. I would just go with the baby. I would go with the baby. I changed my mind. I'd rather fight the baby than Jenny. I don't know. No, wait, but then the babies also have like scary features and they're hard to shake off because they're tiny and very strong. Jenny is not that strong, right? She just drowns you. Because the babies are very strong.
Yeah.
So, okay, Jenny. Yeah, Jenny. I'm gonna go with Jenny. I have a
Alright.
fighting chance with Jenny. Ruff fights the baby. No, monster baby, not actual baby. Yes. So, I guess that wraps up our discussion. I did learn a lot. Bro, Wendigo, still scary. But let's discuss which monster you would, the one you are afraid of the most in tonight's list. Like, I'll give you guys time to think. I'm also gonna think. But
I think hands down for me, Wendigo.
Wendigo. What
Yeah.
about you, Rindel? Are you ready for your answer? Do you have some-
maybe the black-eyed children. No, they look scary. They are scary. They just randomly appear
Yeah,
when you don't least expect it. So, yeah.
they are spooky.
I shared the same answer as Rindo. I don't like the black-eyed children. They're strong. They're unavoidable. They travel in pairs. They mess with your brain. Like, they have everything. It's just that they're lacking physical strength, just like the water babies. But the black-eyed children can appear anywhere. Imagine you're in class and someone someone in class turns and then that's not my classmate. That's a black-eyed child. I'm like, oh no. You don't even know how to get away from them once they set their sights on you.
Yeah.
Hands down, black-eyed children. No. What about the one that you like the most?
Oh, I think I go with Encanto.
Gross.
She's scary, but she's still pretty.
Yeah, she is pretty. Encantos are very beautiful, like
But scary.
extremely beautiful.
Yeah, that's scary.
Scary if they're
Yeah.
with you. Yes. What about you, Necros?
Yeah, either the Encanto or the Fox Lady.
Oh yeah, Fox Lady. Yeah.
Got to
Okay,
enjoy
I'm
the.
gonna- my
Got to enjoy the Kitsune.
Yes.
What does the fox say?
My answer. Yeah. No. No. We can't sing that. We can't. I want to, but we can't. We can't sing that. Okay. So personally, my favorite would be the black dog. I like black
right.
dog.
The goodest
Black dog.
hellhounds.
They can bring you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they can bring you good fortune as well. Like,
Maybe.
yo, dog. Maybe, yeah. It's 50-50. But
Yeah.
hey, it's a dog. I love dogs.
Dog.
So yeah, I'm gonna choose the dog. Lovely Tamamu. Yes. Okay, so I guess, man, we gotta stretch our backs. We've been here for quite some time.
Yep.
I did not expect to actually take this long. Good thing we
Glad
actually
we,
went with 6
yeah.
creatures each.
Yeah, 6
Yeah.
instead of the 10
Yeah.
you were
Yeah,
originally
I-
asking
Yeah.
for.
Yes. This also felt like a little school project that we all made. It's like we do research and then we write about it like, oh, did you guys draw yet? Oh, not yet. Me too. We're gonna do it tomorrow or something. And they're like, oh, I finished my drawing. Yay! Let's compile it for our group project.
Yeah.
And then we'll make a report about it.
Yeah.
And brings me back. I had fun. It's just that it's been a packed week. My fingers are dying because of it. So I still had fun.
Life
don't
has
like
been
what's-
busy.
The only thing I don't like are the creatures that Necros shared. I think the most tame one that he has shared so far are the dark walls. Everything else, not tame. Okay, Chupacabra cute, but not
Yes.
tame.
Yeah.
Yeah. We learned more folktale cryptids and stuff. Yes, Chaos.
Yes.
And it's kind of fun. It's just that the the original thing has a meta for some reason. It's like like Necro said, the North Americans, once you encounter them, you're doomed. There's no going back. You are doomed. Bye-bye. And as for the Japanese ones, they're usually vengeful spirits targeting one person, which eventually branch to multiple people. And then the England ones are mostly, I don't know, they're to scare children, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they are.
cultural
Close your doors
scary
and
Yeah.
windows. Yeah, they're more like don't go out at night,
Yeah.
close your windows, bolt your doors and
Yeah.
stuff. Don't go don't go out at night near bodies of water and stuff like that. And then as for mine, they're strong, but They're so easy to deal with. Okay, the Encanto kind of difficult. Once you get isekai, I don't know how you're gonna get back. But yes,
Make them happy
they're
with you
very
again.
easy to. Yeah, just make them happy with you. Gaslight them. I'm kidding. But yeah, it's been fun. I hope you guys also had fun. We didn't do like a Japanese translation segment, even though we have a Japanese guest. It's just that it's way more easier to talk in English. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you for joining us. Thank you for your hard work. I'm so sorry for making you guys draw.
Oh, it was fun.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It was my idea.
This was a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never gonna draw these
The
kinds of
hardest
creatures.
part-
so- Mhm.
Yeah, true. I think the hardest part for me was also when you have to research.
Mm.
I only have mostly free time at night. So, searching for reference images at night while reading their lore was plenty scary for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been I spooked myself. I hope lots of people learn from this a bit. How about you guys? You got anything to say? Necros first. Yo, what I gotta say?
No, this was an absolute blast. I enjoyed doing the research, even though it was really hard to find information on a lot of them. Yeah, it's a bit of an oddity that these are supposed to be cultural creatures, but that they're so closely guarded, and yeah, I don't know. It was interesting, and I tried to learn what I could and portray them in a reasonable light. So, yeah.
I think the reason why it's well guarded is because if people have access to that information, some evil people might abuse it, I guess. Right? And it makes it all the more spooky because it could be real, right?
Yeah.
I think that could be one of the reasons, not sure. But yeah, makes it more scary. What about you, Rindo?
It's very fun and interesting since I don't get much chances to know about creatures or monsters from other countries, and so yeah, this was a very this live stream. I mean, this plan was very nice. Yeah, and as Mira said, it actually felt like a school project, but more fun than actual school projects. So
Yes.
thank you all for listening. Thank you for letting us know about all those interesting stories about those monsters. And for the viewers, make sure to subscribe and follow Mira and Necros' channel and X.
Yes.
Thank you.
Follow
I
everybody.
thought for a moment you were gonna tell them make sure to lock your windows at night. Don't go out at night.
That's what I was thinking
Yeah,
too.
that's another thing. Okay, yeah.
I was like, I was getting scared. Thank you.
Okay.
Please subscribe to Rindo. Again, she
Thank
makes
you.
cool videos, cool drawings, and cool song covers. Please give it a listen. You will be
Thank you.
amazed with the music videos she's been pumping out. Bros, you can't miss it. Also, Necros, he's our resident lich. He's mostly here.
Yes.
I guess you know him by now. But yeah, I'm very thankful for you guys for taking your time to be in the stream today, and of course the viewers. And again, oh God, why am I not Englishing? It's like 3 things went into my mind at once, and I bleeped out like. Okay, so that wraps up our stream for tonight. Thank you so much. I know they're not much. They're like 6, 12, 18 features in total, but I hope you learned something. Learned that North America is a very dangerous place. Don't go. I'm
Apparently.
kidding. Okay, so thank you again, and I guess good night, good morning, and good evening. Bye-bye. Also, people in the chat, I can see and read everything. You think I'm not reading, huh? I can read it. I'm kidding. But yeah, thank you for being with us tonight, and goodbye. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Good night,
Bye-bye.
everybody. Good morning. Bye.
Thank you. Good night. Bye-bye. Good morning.
Bye-bye.
Bye.